Today topic is final keyword. Final keyword can be used along with variables, methods and class. Okay. Final keyword can be used along with variables, methods and class. You know very well variables, methods, classes. Java contains packages. Packages contains relevant classes contains object. That object contains variables and methods. Okay. So final variable, final method, final class. Three types of final keyword we are using. First, Java final variable. Okay. See the example. Otherwise, see the definition. A final variable is a variable whose value cannot be changed at any time. Okay, it remains as a constant forever. So, by the name, it is telling it is a final value. It is a final value. Whenever we are using the keyword as final, means it is telling it is the final variable, or it is the final method, or it is the final class. Okay, we can't change. We can't change at any time at the runtime or compile time. We can't change. Once it is assigned any value to the particular variable, means it will not be changed. See the examples. Public. So public is the access specifier. So public class means it will be visible to all. So class is the keyword. It's used to define the class. Our class name is travel. Okay, class name. Class name is travel. By opening the curly brace, we are defining the class, or this is the body of the class. Okay, these are the body of the class. So by closing the close curly brace and opening the curly brace, within the open and close curly brace, we are defining the class. What the class have? The class have final keyword and integer data type. In this integer data type, having the variable speed. That variable speed have the value 60. Okay, so you see from the right side to left side. 60 is the value. 60 is the value. Will go. 60 is the value will go to assign to the variable speed. Okay, speed is the variable. Variable means it will get to many different values at the time of running. Okay, but speed is the variable, so it will vary. But here 60 is the value will go to assign to the variable speed. And also we are taking the speed variable in the data type, integer data type. So integer data type means it will accept the whole numbers. Okay, so final is the keyword here we are using. So here we are using the keyword final, means the final value of speed is 60. Okay, we cannot change the value at any time. Next we are having the method. That method having the type void. Void is no return type. Okay, it will not return any value at the end of the function. Method name is increase speed. So why I am telling this is the method, means it's having the open bracket and close bracket. Okay, so this is the method definition. Method declaration means after increase speed, open bracket and close bracket, we should mention semicolon. If we mention any semicolon after the method name, means it is known as method declaration. Here we didn't mention any semicolon, so this is known as method definition or body of the method. So within the open curly brace and close curly brace, we are mentioning the body of the method. Okay, these are all the body of the class. These are all the body of the class. Class is completed here. Okay, this close curly brace is represent completing the method, body of the method. This open curly brace and close curly brace represent the body of the method. Okay, and this open curly brace and close brace mention the body of the class. Okay, but in the body of the method we are having, or definition of the method, we are having the value 70 to the variable speed. Okay, so 70 is assigning. So this next we are having public access specifier. Static is the keyword used to create without any object instantiation. This method will be run or compile. Okay, so without any object creation, without any initialization, this method will be automatically run. So void is the data type, no return type. Main is the method name, it is the main method. This method having the parameters, or we are passing the parameters, or this method having the arguments. Okay, the arguments are our parameter is string arguments. String args is the array name. Because why I am telling this is the array means open bracket and close square bracket we are having. So it represent array. The array name is args. This is the single dimensional array. Okay, two dimensional array means you have to get two square bracket. This is the two dimensional array. So this is the one single dimensional array. This is the body of the main method. Open curly brace and close curly brace. Within the open and close curly brace, we are having the body of the method or definition of the method. Okay, what we are defining in the main method means travel. Travel is the class. So here we are having the travel. Travel is the class. In the class travel, we are creating the object t. So object name is t is equal to new travel of. New is the keyword is used to allocate the memory allocation for the object. Okay, by using the keyword new, we are allocating the memory for the object t. So travel is the constructor. Why I am telling this is the constructor means this is looking like a method only, but it have the same name of class name. Class name also travel, method name also travel. So this is the constructor. This is constructing the object. Okay, this is constructing the object. Next, by using the object, we are calling the method increase speed. T is the object. So to calling the method, we are having the syntax. That syntax is object dot method name. So here our object is t dot method name. Our method name is increase speed. Okay, after increase speed, open bracket close bracket, we are putting the semicolon. So this is the method declaration. Here we are declaring, but we are not defining what this increase speed method is doing. But the increase speed method, what it is doing is here we are defining. In this line we are defining. Okay, we are calling this method increase speed open bracket close bracket. So by calling this method, it will go to that line. Object dot method. While calling this method, it will go to this line. Okay, increase speed method will be run. Increase speed method run method having the body 70 is equal to speed. 70 is the value will go to assign to the speed. So here we will get the error. Why? Because means we already declared the variable speed in the data in the keyword using the keyword final keyword. Okay, using the final keyword already we are declaring the value 60 to the variable speed in the class travel. Again, the main method, they are here in the increase speed method, they are telling 70 is the value to the speed. So it will show the error. Okay, see, output is our output will not come. See, it is telling the error exception in thread main. Why means unresolved compilation problem. These are all the exceptions in running while running our application program. We are getting the error. The final field travel speed cannot be assigned. We can't assign the 70 value to the variable speed because we already assigned the value 60 to the variable speed in the format of final keyword. So this is the final value for the speed variable. We can't change the value 70 to the variable speed at any time. Okay, so we are getting the error. Okay, the about code will give you compile time error. We can't assign the 70 value to the variable speed. Okay, so next topic is Java final method. So when you declare a method as final, then it is called a final method. A final method cannot be overridden. Okay, we already know Java is supported for the encapsulation, or for we can declare the same method in the superclass and subclass also. So okay, so Java is supported for the method overridden, but whenever we are using the final keyword before the method name, that particular method will not be overridden. Okay, that method will not be, or that particular method we can't override in the further subclasses. So see our example package com.java interview point. Okay, our example class name is parent. Class is the keyword. It's used to define the new class. Parent is our new class. Within the open curly brace and close curly brace, we are having the body of the class. These are all the body of the class or definition for the class. Here we are defining the class. Okay, so in the class parent, we are having the public access specifier method display. Okay, public access specifier void is the no return data type. So display is the method name, open bracket close bracket. We are having here, we don't put semicolon, so it is method definition. Okay, method definition means we are having the body of the method within the open curly brace and close curly brace. We are having the body of the method. This is the body of the method or definition of the method display. If we put a semicolon means here it is the method declaration. Okay, this method declaration will be defined in another place in our program. So here we didn't mention semicolon. So method definition. This method definition, we are defining system.out.println display of method of parent class. Okay, system is the class, object is out is the object, println is the method. By using this statement, we are going to display method of parent class in our output screen. Within the double quotation, whatever we are having the statement means that statement will be displayed on our output screen. Okay, so now our class over here. Okay, not over here. Our class is over here. So open curly brace and close curly brace. This is our definition for the class. Okay, class body. Next we are having public class. Another class name is child, extend from the parent. Okay, from the super class we will go to direct subclass. Okay, super class, subclass, or parent class, children class. We will go to derived by using the keyword extend. Whenever we are seeing the keyword extend means that is represented the Java inheritance features. Java inheritance features supported to derive new classes from the existing classes. Whenever we are creating the new classes from the existing classes, at that time we can use whatever the existing classes have the method or objects or variables. That particular methods or objects variables can be used by the subclasses or children classes. Okay, whatever the parent having the features, that particular features can be used by the children's. Okay, that is the Java inheritance features that we know. But here we are using the keyword final keyword in the parent class. In the parent class, we are using the final keyword for the method display. So we can't use the display method in our children class. Okay, because we are using the final. This is the final method. This final method cannot be overridden. So we can't use this display method in our children class. See in our example, public void display method. Okay, so display is the method, void is the no return data type, public is the access specifier. So that public, whenever we are using the public means this method will be visible to all or accessible by all. So open curly brace, close curly brace, we are having the definition for the display method. The definition is system.out.println. By using this statement, we will go to display method of child class. Okay, next our main method. From this main method only our Java program will go to start running. Okay, or compiling. This is the first statement of our Java application program. So public is the access specifier, static is the keyword. Without any initialization, the main method will be compile and run. So void is the no return data type, main is the main method. Okay, this method having the parameters or arguments. What this means? String arguments. Okay, string class. So this have the array args. Arguments is the array. Open bracket, close bracket. So child is the class, derived class or subclass, or child class. This class will go to create new object. That object name is C. is equal to new. By using this new keyword, we will go to allocate the memory for the particular object C. So new, then child. Child is the constructor. Okay, child open bracket and close bracket semicolon, because child is the same as the class name. Class name and method name both are same. So this is the constructor. It will go to construct our object. Our object is C. Next line is C dot display of. So C is the object present inside the class child dot display of semicolon. Okay. See here we will get the error. This program will not be run. Okay, we are getting the error because display method can't be overwritten by the children class. Okay, because the display method is declared in the final keyword. Final keyword means this method will not be used by others. Okay, so our output is error as like this we are getting the error. Okay, overriding. We are overriding the display of method of the parent class. Exception in thread main. Java.language. These are all the errors when we are compiling our Java application program. Child overrides. Child overrides. Class loader define. Class loader. No need to study this and all. Okay, no need to study. So simply you can write. This program will get error. Compile time error. Okay. Next, Java final class. Java final class. So final class cannot be extended, cannot be subclassed. Okay. So let's take a look into below example. Our example. Final. Final is the keyword. Okay. Keyword. When we are using the final keyword before the class means parent class. From the parent class, we can't extend the child class. Okay. Extend keyword is the keyword is used to inherit derived new classes from the existing classes. So here our existing class is parent class, that is super class. Our derived class is child class or subclass. Okay. So public class child extends parent. See here also we will get the output error, compile time error. Okay, because we can't use parent. We can't use the parent class. Why? Because means that parent class is declared in the or defined by using the keyword final. Okay, final means this is the final class. We can't use this class at any purpose. We can't use this particular class for the any other purpose. We can't derive a new class from this parent class. Okay. So next, after the this statement, we are having many statements. Public static void main. This is our main method. Child C equal to new child of semicolon. This and all is no need. You keep in your mind these two lines. Okay. We can't derive new class from the existing class. But in the inheritance chapters, when we are studying the inheritance chapter, at that time we derived more classes, okay, from the existing classes. So Java supported for the inheritance, but when we are declaring the classes by using the keyword final means at that time we can't use the particular classes to derive the new classes. Okay. So this is the topics inside the final keyword. Okay, object cloning. Our topic is object cloning. The meaning of cloning, copy of an object. Okay, so cloning ship and all somebody's created. So cloning means we are creating a new thing from the existing thing, or copy. We are copying from one object to another one object. The object cloning is a way to create exact copy of an object. Okay. Clone is the method. See, clone open bracket close bracket. So this is the method. Clone is the method. This method present inside the object class. Object class. Here object is the class. Okay. Here in Java, we are having one of the class. That particular class name is object. And that object is different. Classes contains objects contains attributes and methods. That is the different. Here this object is represent, this object is a class. Okay, this object is the class in the Java. This object class contains another objects and attributes and methods. Okay, so inside the object class we are having the method clone. So this is the interface. Java.language, this is the package. Java.language package clonable. Clonable is the interface. Okay, must be implemented. So in the interface we should declare the method. We have to implement that particular method in the another class. We'll see the example. See, by seeing the example you can understand easily. Clonable is the interface, clone is the method, generates clone not supported exception. Some exception means errors. Okay, clone not supported. If the clone not supported means it will display the clone not supported exception. Okay, syntax of the clone method. So protected, it is protected. Object, clone. Clone is the method, object is the class. Throws, and throws exceptions is the another topics we will see later. Exception is the error, it catch the errors and throw the error to the display. Clone not supported exception, it catch the exceptions errors and throws to the users. So now our topic is object cloning. You focus on the object cloning. Clone is the method. Clone is the method. Saves the extra processing task for creating the exact copy of an object. While we are creating the object, we use the new keyword. No, by using the new keyword. Here we are using the new keyword. By using the new keyword, we are allocating the memory for the object, or we are creating the object by using the constructor. By using the constructor, we are creating the object. Okay, instead of this statement, we can use this statement. Okay, instead of this statement, we can use this statement. See, this is the statement telling about the object cloning. A student, S2 is the object, but this object is created or developed by using S1.clone. We are making the copy of S1 object. Okay, clone, it is look like a copy only, S1.clone. S1 is the object present inside the class student. By using S1 object, we are calling the method clone. That S1 object whatever the object having the variables or methods or values will go to assign to the object S2. Okay, see the example. I will tell again. Okay, so instead of now I am telling, this is the take extra processing task. Instead of creating the object like this, we can create the object. We can copy the object simply. Okay, we can copy the object simply by using the clone method. Okay, advantage of object cloning. You don't need to write lengthy and respective codes. So lengthy code, repetitive codes we don't need. Just an abstract class with a 4 or 5 line long clone. By using the clone method, we can easily copy the object. Okay, by using the clone method simply. It is the easiest and most efficient way for copying object. So just for copying object. Cloning means copying object. Keep in your mind in the single line. Cloning means copying object. Okay. If we are applying it to already our developed project means we have to change more lines in our program. And parent class implement clonable interface, provide the definition for the clone method. We have to define the clone method, task will be done. Clone is the fastest way to copy array. Okay. Disadvantage of object cloning. To use the object clone method, we have to change a lot of syntaxes to our code. See here we are changing our syntax. Till now we see like this statement only. So this is the statement, you are new to this statement. Till now for creating the object we are using the keyword new. By using the keyword new, we are allocating the memory and we are creating the new object. But now we have to use this statement. Okay, so To use object.clone method, we have to change a lot of syntaxes to our code. We have to change our code, like implementing clonable interface. To use clone, we have to change our program. Implement clonable. By using implements clonable interface only, we can use the clone method. Okay, so we have to change a lot of things in our application program. This is disadvantage. Next, defining the clone method and handling clone not supported exception, calling object.clone. So this is a lengthy process. We have to implement clonable interface. Well, this not have any method in it. Object.clone is protected. Defaultly, object.clone is protected. So we have to provide our own clone of and indirectly call object.clone method from it. We have to define clone of method. It does not invoke any constructor. Okay, object.clone does not invoke any constructor, but in this statement we are having the constructor. Here student is the constructor, but when we are using the clone object clone method, no need, it will not support any constructor. Okay, so okay, see the example. Object.clone support only shallow copying but not deep copying. It will not copy deeply. It will just copying shallow copying. Okay, just simply copy shallow copying. It will not copy deep copying. It will not do. Okay, see the example. Class is the keyword is used to define the new class. Here student is the class name. Okay, this class name is implements clonable interface. So clonable is the interface. Here they are not mentioned the interface, but directly they are implementing the interface. Clonable is the interface. Whenever you are declaring the interface, at that time you have to implement the clonable methods, interface methods. In this roll number is the variable. We are declaring. Here we are declaring. This is the declaration part. Variable declaration. Okay. In the integer data type, we are declaring roll number variable. In the data type string, we are declaring the variable name, so that the roll number names values will be changed while running our application program. Okay. Next, student. Student is the method or constructors. Okay, student is the constructor. Because the class name also student, so this is the constructor. These constructors having the parameters within the open bracket close bracket. This constructor having the parameters, two parameters. One is roll number, another one is name. So roll number data type is integer data type. Name variables having the data type string data type. Okay, having two parameters, two arguments we are passing to the constructor student. In the open curly brace and close curly brace, we will go to define the body of the constructor or definition of the constructor. Definition. This is the definition of the constructor. What we are having in the definition means this dot roll number equal to roll number. So roll number variable will go to assign roll number. This is the keyword. Okay, this is the keyword is used to refer the current instance of the class. Okay, current object. It's used to refer the current object. So this dot roll number equal to roll number means it will particularly refer the current object of the student. Student is the class. So this dot roll number is equal to roll number, or this dot name equal to name. This name variable, whatever we are having the value to the name, that particular variable will go to assign name which is present inside the object this. Okay, which is present inside the object this. This dot variable, object dot variable. So while calling the method, we use the syntax object dot method name now, like this, object dot variable. We are whatever we are getting the value to the name variable, that value will go to assign to the particular object name. This is referred to the particular object present inside the student class. Okay, so now we are moving to the clone, object clone. A public object clone. Object is the class, clone is the method. The throws clone not supported exception. Exception means error. Okay. Open by using the open curly brace, we are returning super dot clone. Return. It will return super dot clone method. Some error it is returning. Okay. If that particular clone not supported means it will display the error. In our exercise, it is supported. The clone is supported. Okay. So these lines will not be our output. Public static void main. This is our main method. From this main method, the program will be run. String arguments is the by using this statement we will get the input through command line. Open brace. Within the open brace, we are having the try block. A try, exception, and throw. These are all the another one chapter. Okay, we will see later. So try block, we are using try block. It will go to catch or try any error. If there any error means it will catch the error and it will catch the error by using throw statement. It will throw the error to the user. By using the catch method, clone not supported exception C. Okay, clone not supported exception is the class. Inside the class, we are having the object C. C is the object present inside the clone not supported exception. Okay. Now, see student. Student is the class. Inside the student class, we are going to create a S1 object by using the keyword new. Student is the constructor. This constructor having two parameters. See, we are having two parameters now. Integer roll number, string name. So roll number is 101 and string we should enclosed with the double quotation. Okay, string is the name variable is present inside the string data type. So to understand what this is the string, we are using the double quotation. Within the double quotation, we have to mention the string. So Amit is the string. Okay, that is a name variable got the value Amit. Okay. Next, student is the class. Next object is S2. S2 is equal to, here again we are having the class student class. Okay, S1 dot clone. So we are copying. Now by using this statement, we are copying the object S1. We are copying the S1 object to the object S2. We are copying the S1 object values to the object S2. Okay, so what is the value of S1 object? What is the attributes that object S1 contain means that object S1 contains attributes 101 and Amit. Two variables, two values the particular object S1 contain. Okay, S1 is the object, it contains 101 value and Amit value. Two values it contains. These 101 Amit, these two values will be copied to the object S2. Okay. Now by using the system.out.println. System is the class, out is the object, println is the method. By using this statement, we will go to display our output. So S1 dot roll number. S1 dot roll number. What we are having the roll number in the object S1 101. So 101 is the output displayed. Next plus is the just conjunction purpose we are using. Within the double quotation, we are having the space. Double quotation, we are having the space. So after 101, we are having some space. Next, S1 dot name. S1 object contain the variable name. This name variable contain the value Amit. So Amit is the output. Okay. In the next statement, by using the system.out.println, we will go to display the next output. So S2 is the second object dot roll number. So this object second object dot roll numbers also same as the S1 because we are copying the S1. We are copying whatever the values contains S1 will be copied to S2. Okay, so S2 also contain 101 and Amit. The value 101 and Amit. So S2 dot roll number will be displayed 101. Okay, within the double quotation, we are having space. So some space we are getting here. Next, S2 dot name. S2 is the object dot name. Name is the variable. This variable contain the value Amit. So that Amit is displayed. Okay. So this is about object cloning. Next, inner class. See, inner class. Nested inner class. Nested means what? Nested means inside one class we will nest another one class. Okay, always nested if means inside one if loop we will have another one if loop. A nested for loop means inside one for loop we are having another one for loop. So like that, nested inner class means inside one class we will have another one class. So nested inner class. So inner classes means one class which is a member of another class. Okay, so there are 4 types: nested inner class, method local inner class, anonymous inner class, static nested class. So nested inner class. Nested inner class means access any private instance variable of outer class. See the example: class name is outer, open curly brace. So within the open curly brace we are having the class name is inner. Okay, before closing the outer class we are having another one class. So this is the nested. Outer class is nested with inner class. Okay, after inner class we are opening the inner class. In the opening curly brace and close curly brace we are having the body of the inner class. Next we are closing the class. Okay, this much enough. See, class outer contain class inner, open. Next within the we are inner class we are having the body of the class.